Sorry, I got distracted. I thought I had a few more minutes, and I don't, because it's 11. So we're here. Um, I had no topic for you, like extensive topic. So I asked Eric his opinion, and of course he told me some ideas. Sorry, I'm writing, and I don't have time to look them up now to give you answers. So I don't know. I'm here. I'm here. That's about the best I can give you right now. I am exhausted. I am absolutely exhausted. If I look tired, it's because I am tired. Uh, so yeah. So just a lot of stuff going on this week. So I thought I would talk to you about show prep because that's what I've been doing this whole week. And hopefully I can wrap some of it up today. I hope, because I have some filming I want to do on Sunday. I have some videos that I want to do before we leave so I can edit them in the car. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So, good morning to everybody. Um, I don't have any words, but I'm here. Listen, I showed up for you. So, I hope that means more to you guys than me just not having anything to say. So, I'm going to talk probably about nothing because that's what we do on Fridays. If you have questions or comments or things that you want to talk about, please tell me. Please leave them for me and tell me what else I can talk to you about and educate you on, because I don't have much for you today. I had a split second where I said maybe I won't go live on Friday, but I do this for me and for you, so here I am. So Anne is a YouTube member, and YouTube members and Patreons got the brand new pattern yesterday, like last night. It was supposed to happen today, but I did it last night, just to kind of end my day on a positive note. I didn't have the best day ever. Had kind of one of those days where you just kind of hate everything. I might start singing a Limp Bizkit song. So it was just one of those days. It was one of those days that's just started. It started on like a downward spiral really quickly. So anyway, today is a better day. I'm still tired, but it's a better day. So because I just had one of those days yesterday, my thing, this is what I like to do, and tell me what your thing is. When you're having a bad day, what do you do to try and get over it? Do you sulk? Do you just shut it down and go to bed? Do you go watch a movie? Do you do something fun? What I try to do is I try to do something kind and positive for other people, just because then it kind of gives me something to be happy about, because then I made somebody else happy. So then it kind of takes away from my not being happy. That's kind of what I do. So even though I was dead tired last night, ready for bed, just wanted to call it a day, go watch a movie, eat some snacks, and you just be left alone, I said, you know what? My Patreons and my members, they deserve better than that. So I'm going to give them the pattern more than a week in advance, more than a week before it goes public. So they got the video and they got the pattern, and so that made me feel better. It made me just kind of close out the day on a positive. So what's your trick? What do you do when you're just absolutely having a wretched, horrible day? And please don't tell me meditation or essential oils. I don't have it in me right now to deal with that. What do you do? I'm just curious. Pat likes to go for a walk in the wood trails with Abby. Oh, you know what? I would love to do that. That sounds nice, actually. My dog's not so big on taking a walk, but it's not like I don't have a beautiful place to go walk. That sounds lovely. And I did actually used to do that. I used to walk a lot. So that sounds nice. Kim, I had some ice cream last night. That also helps. Ice cream solves everything. I will stand for nothing less. Ice cream fixes all your problems. So that was the end of my day. I had I had kind of a dirty dinner. I had chili dogs and French fries, which is gross, but also delicious at the same time. I'm a grown adult and I enjoy eating like a child. And so when I was done, I treated myself to some ice cream and it was fantastic. So I was very excited about that. Walking is good. It is. I think it's good. It cleared your head. What I used to do is I would take a walk and I would put in like a podcast, because as most of you probably know. I listen to like true crime kind of podcasts. And if you listen to one of those when you're having a bad day, you instantly don't feel like your day is that bad because it could be worse. It could be that bad. So you kind of are just like, you know what? It's actually not so bad after all. So, and my dogs, quick little update, and then we'll get back to why we're all here because we're not here to talk about my dumb stuff. My dogs, even though Eric has gone back to work, and it's been about 2 weeks now, it's been 2 weeks that he's been gone during the day and abandoned them. Don't have him 24/7. They've been spending a lot of time with me, even when he's home. It's probably because they're mad at him. It probably won't last, especially because we're only home for another week and then we're leaving. But even Zoe, Eric's best friend in the whole world, has been hanging out with me. Last night, he went to bed because he gets up very, very early, and he was asleep. And the three of us were in the living room while I was uploading stuff and working a little on my computer and eating ice cream. And Zoe, Eric's best friend, was actually laying on the ottoman next to my feet. That's crazy. That's crazy talk right there, but it happened. So, okay. So I feel better. I feel a little bit better now. I got it all out. So you guys all seem really adamant that chocolate helps with bad moods, and I agree with you fully. So I am going to give you a little sneak peek of the hope pattern at the end of this half hour. I don't know because I don't have a lot for you, but I'm gonna show you what I'm doing while we're in Dallas, and then let me know if you have any other questions, and then I'll give you a little sneak peek of what you guys are getting next week. So thank you. I'm very excited, and we'll talk a little bit about hope, the new pattern, and then I'll probably talk about it again next week as I'm fully in a panic because we're leaving on Sunday. We're leaving a week from this Sunday. So the countdown is on. I have a very long list. I am slowly checking things off. Some of my tasks are small, some of them are large. But one of the big tasks that I take on when I go to a show and I'm teaching is that I do kits and I fully prep them. So if you've bought a kit from the website, I don't prep those. I pull stuff together, send you your kit, and you do all of the work, whether that's for fun or for a Zoom class or whatever it's for. When I go to a show, I don't like watching people, sit and cut stuff. It's boring and it's no fun for you. Why would you want to pay to travel to a class, maybe out of state, maybe a few hours away, whatever that is? Why would you want to travel and then sit in a classroom and cut? That doesn't sound like that much fun, unless it's a little bit here and there. But for the patterns that we're doing, it's a lot of cutting. It's a lot of prep work. And then depending on like lining fabrics, there might be interfacing, and just that doesn't sound like fun to me. So what I do for shows is whatever my number is, whatever my student number is, which is typically 20, sometimes it's a little bit more, I prep minimally 24 kits, and then I go up from there. Now, even if my class is not full, and one of my classes in Dallas, last time I checked, was past the halfway point, but not full, but it could still be full. It could happen. Registration can happen at the show. So I plan for 20 students, and then I plan for a variety because I know that everybody has a different taste. Some people they set their sights on one kit and that is the one they have to have. And other people are like, oh my God, they're all so great. I can't go wrong with any of them. So I do a variety. I can't say that every kit is different, especially when there's like 24, 25 plus kits, but they are as different as I can do. So for instance, my first class is the day before the show. And this might sound like a little bit of a brag, and I guess it is. And I'm not that kind of person, but I'm very impressed with myself and with you guys, mostly with you. If you are signed up for Dallas, I'm seriously impressed with you. I am coming to Dallas from New York. I'm so excited. I'm so, happy to be able to do that. It's 2 days of travel. It's a lot of driving for Eric, not for me. It's a lot of packing, a lot of prep work, but to have a full day before the show opens, bag making class where we literally work on one project. We're not doing multiple things in 7 hours. We're working on one bag. For you guys to sell out my class, I'm literally blown away. And the comments that you guys were leaving the other day on like Facebook and Instagram, it makes me so happy. It makes me feel so appreciated when you're like, well, you're a great teacher. I think I am. I think I do a pretty good job teaching, but not everybody who signed up for that class even knows me. It doesn't mean that I have a classroom full of you guys. I have a classroom full of some of you and some complete strangers that just looked at a catalog and said, that one, that's the one that I want to sign. I want to hang out with her for a whole day. I'm a lot for a whole day. That's a lot of Jess. But the fact that I filled up a classroom, and the reason that I'm so like, wait, what? I was told by the person who does the education that their Wednesday classes, their day before classes, they're usually full around 10 or 11 students, maybe 12. The halfway point is like what they consider full because, again, they're extensive, long, all day classes. And I'm sold out. I have 20 people coming to see me the day before the show opens. I don't know what to do with that. I'm so excited about it. It's very humbling. It makes me feel really good about myself, but it's also like, wow. And I don't want to disappoint you. Like, I don't want anyone to be disappointed and be like, well, I spent the whole day with her. That was a waste. So I do all the prep work for you. I bring all the stuff. I take all the time to meticulously cut and plan every single kit for you. And I'm excited about that. And our day before class is Daisy. So my newest pattern that's available in the world right now. So Daisy. So we're going to do the tall version. You've got your zipper outside. We've got accents. This is like the last thing I have to cut because I'll do it on my laser. I'm going to bring the piping. We're going to see how it goes. I kind of feel the room. We have our top zipper, handle, back pocket. I cut all of this. The only thing that I skipped on this one, because I was debating credit card pockets inside, not that, these, or piping. Which one do we want to squeeze in if there's time? And I went with piping. So I did skip those. Sometimes you have to make modifications because I don't know who's in the classroom. And if I knew ahead of time the list of people that were coming and I knew their skill level, I might say, let's do all of it. But not knowing is always kind of the crapshoot. You never know who's going to be in your class. So you kind of have to plan for everybody. Plan for the slow sewers and the meticulous people, and know that the faster ones will be okay and will enjoy having extra time and will go ahead and will take an extra bathroom or snack break and all that good stuff. So these kits, and I think the last time I counted, there was like 28, maybe. There's a lot. There's a few duplicates, but there's a lot of knots. There's a lot of one-ups. So we are going to do the Daisy. We're spending the whole day together. Shelly will be with me, which I'm very, very excited about. So it's a lot, but I'm very excited. I wanted to do the day before class, like for all of the rest of the shows for this year. And I didn't get that for Fredericksburg or Nashville. And a little part of me felt a little relief after cutting all these kits, especially because those two shows are going to come up so quick. Right now, they feel far away because it's in September, October. It will happen super quick. So I've been prepping those kits all week. This Daisy is the first kit I started, and it'll probably be the last kit that I finish because it has all the stuff, and I am going over it and over it and over it, making sure I didn't forget anything, because I would hate to show up with your pre-cut kits and forget stuff. That would be humiliating, and that would make me scramble and just start to sweat and not know what to do with myself. So I started those kits. They are not done yet, but I'm working on them. The next class, I think, I'm still not really good with my schedule right now because I have a lot going on. I have that, and I think Christy is next. So this is my next Dallas class. So again, all the things are pre-cut. I do the overlays on the laser because it's a little bit easier. I think these kits right now just need zippers and hardware, and then I think they are done. So pocket inside, all the stuff. I'm pretty sure these just need one more thing, just one more or two more things, and then these are done. So we've got Christy next. They also come with patterns. My mom was here twice this week folding patterns. So all the kits come with a paper copy of the pattern so you can follow along, or you can, you know, just have it to take home with you, because I give you all the instructions. That's how I teach if you've never taken a class with me. One of the things, and I don't mean this to sound negative in any way. It's just maybe I'm old school and I kind of do things my way. And when other people do it differently, maybe it just is odd to me. What I've noticed a lot is that oftentimes in classes, you will be sent a PDF of the pattern, like later on, not even before the class, a lot of times afterwards. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I know that a lot of people like PDFs, and I will always send you one if you want one after you've taken a class. It's not an issue. But what I think is odd for the student is that if you have to wait to get the PDF, then you don't even have anything to reference if you do fall behind and you kind of want to work on your own pace, or if you do go ahead because you're fast and you want to keep going. So I give you paper copies for everything that I possibly can, because I don't know, it makes me feel better. I just kind of like that I give you something extra. I give you that so you don't have to wait and get it later. Does that make sense? It's not a bad thing for anyone to do it the way that they want to do it, but I just like to make sure that like you have everything, because there's always somebody in class that pulls that pattern out and sits there and starts reading and checking things off and making notes and wants to work ahead. And I want you to be able to do that as well. So those are the two most intense kits that are probably at this point 85% done. I have a few more things. I'm hoping to at least have Christy done today and Daisy if possible, but Daisy might be like by tomorrow. I'm trying to get these kits done no later than Sunday because I have other things I want to do. The next kit, and this one's done, we are doing the embroidered market tote. So this one's a fun one, because what I do for this is I give you kind of little steps where you get to go pick your items. So you have your centerpiece. These are cut and separate. And I don't put them in a package together. I let you kind of pick and choose. So I have your centerpiece cut. You pick one of those. You pick your outside, which is going to be the back and the sides and the handles. Those are put together. And then you grab your lining fabric. And then I also have patterns. And the pattern for this, it used to be a fully written pattern that I sold many, many years ago. It was then converted into a free pattern, but I do have a printout available. So I give you that, and I give you a little modification if you want to go home and make another one with an embroidered front or something cool on the front. So that kit is actually done, which is super exciting, as are the Sydney kits. Sydney is done. I want to make a new one of these before we go, because I haven't made one in a while. So it's always good as a refresher, but also I just want a cute new sample. So, and this one doesn't have the snap on it, and we're going to do the snap in class. So it's got your credit card pockets, your little hidden pocket, your zippered pocket, and then your little ID window and your little secret pocket. So I want to make another one of these that has the snap tab, because I think I only have one and I have no idea where it is, which is frustrating. So those are my 4 classes. And then I also have 2 lectures. Eric is going to be in the booth by himself a lot. So if you're there and he's alone, be kind. He's doing his best. He is just doing a whole lot of stuff that, you know, all by himself. And yeah, so that is where we're at. So those are all of the kits. Let me see, because a lot of comments are coming in. I just want to read them all. So shh, don't, hey. Chris, they have something to say. So, all right, let's see here. Let me see what I have not seen, or I'm so sorry. Actually, I don't even know if you guys can hear it. They're so obnoxious. So thank you. Thank you for all of your comments. Yes, Judy, the day before classes are fun, and I hope that you'll be able to take one. I did notice, and this is for Judy and anyone else, girls, that might be considering coming next year. There is no Raleigh show. I don't know what's wrong with them. They're defective today. There is no Raleigh show next year. So I guess the closest one for you, Judy, would be Fredericksburg, I would guess. I think yeah, Fredericksburg. There's no Raleigh show. I don't know why. there is QuiltCon in Raleigh, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Just a thought, but I'm not really sure. So Dana, yes, I'm bringing piping. We're gonna play it by ear. And here's the other thing too with classes. Girls, I'm guessing it's the mailman. The other thing when it comes to classes is that the end goal obviously is always done. We always want to finish because that's the most fun, is to leave with a finished bag. But what I don't like to do is to guarantee. I guarantee you're going to finish it, because what happens then is I feel like it puts pressure on you to, if you feel like you've gotten behind at some point, or if you feel like, you know, I wanted to take extra time to add extra top stitching or to put my personal tag on or to do something, then you feel like, well, maybe I'm not going to finish. And what if I'm the only one that doesn't finish? So instead of putting that stress on people, I'm like, listen, we're going to work at a nice pace that's comfortable for everybody. Everyone's going to work at their own pace at some point. Basically, after we start, everyone's going to do their own thing, because that's just, you know, it's just kind of how it is. It's how it goes when you have a classroom of 20 people with different learning techniques and different sewing abilities. We just work at our own pace. And I would rather that you, and this is perfect example of this. I taught at Lauren's in April. I did the violet, and in the violet bag, there is a zippered pocket, and is there a divided pocket? I'm questioning myself because I can't remember. I think there is. But one of the girls in my class was like, I am very particular about pockets and I want these pockets inside. And I said, and she said, can I get extra fabric for that? And I was like, I will bring some. It's not a problem. And she said, I don't care if I'm behind, because I want to make a bag that makes me happy. I don't want to make this bag and spend the whole day and then go, nah, I don't really like it. I don't really like this bag. Now I'm not so happy with how it came out. And none of us want that. We want a bag that we're all happy with. Sometimes modifications have to be made. Like I did have to eliminate the credit card pockets for the daisy, because it's just a very time consuming step that is going to get everybody behind. And if it's an option, then it means that 3 people want to do it and 2 people don't. And then we're all over the place. She worked at her own pace and grabbed a pattern and just said, I'll ask you if I need help. And that's fine too, but it's not the norm. I think it is more at a bag making event than like a quilting kind of event, quilting and general sewing kind of event. So I want you to have piping. And if we get to the point where it's time to add piping and we're feeling like we're not going to finish, but you're okay with that because you'd rather have piping, then we'll do that. We'll do that. It's not a problem. I want everyone to be happy. I do my best, and there will always be somebody that I can't accommodate, and it always makes me feel really guilty, but I do the absolute best that I can. So that was all in response to yay piping. Sorry. Yes. And I think it helps to have the pattern available. I think it's nice to, if I'm saying to you, we're going to do this, this, and this, but it's not making sense, you can look at the pattern if you want to and go, oh, okay, now I understand why. So that's what I like to do. So, unfortunately, I don't know how to do closed captioning, Kathy. I apologize for that. It's not something that I think I have control over here. If I do, because I'm on StreamYard, if I do, let me know, but I think that's something that you might have to click on your own. I'm sorry. I'm not tech savvy when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't know how to turn that on and off. I do on YouTube when I'm watching a YouTube video, but I don't know how to edit that right now. So let me see here. It was not FedEx. It was the mailman. So yeah, that's one of the other things too with lives, is that everything's a little bit different. So we do what we need to do. Is there a day before class in Novi? Kim, that I don't know. The only schedule I don't have yet is Novi and Cincinnati. Those are the last 2 of the year that I'm waiting for. Cincinnati is the end of October and Nashville's the beginning, and Nashville's out. And I think Cincinnati is being worked on, which means Novi should be right after that. But I have no idea. I hope to at least have 1 more day before class before the year is up. We'll kind of see how it goes. I feel like my numbers show that it's a good thing. So maybe they'll give me another one, maybe in Novi, maybe Cincinnati. I don't know yet. But as soon as that schedule is out, I will definitely let you know. So I'm excited to meet you too. I'm always excited to meet everyone. Oh, Judy, you're going to go to Atlanta. Oh, I forgot. I forgot about Atlanta. Yes. I mean, I didn't forget, but I don't remember anything at this point. So, all right. So that was that. Was there anything else I want to tell you about Dallas? Probably, and I probably forgot. I'm just trying to think. Not that I can think of. So as of right now, that is all that I can think of. Yeah. So that is Dallas. That is Dallas. I have one more week. And Dana, I like your comment. I focus so much on the process and the teacher that I don't always finish, and I'm fine with finishing at home. And I think a lot of us are, especially for like, and Kim will have some words for this one. Sometimes the machines that we get at shows are not ideal. That's what I'll say it that way. They're not good. They're not bad. They're not, it's none of that. They're just not our ideal machine. And so sometimes we want to do those last little bits at home where we have the foot we want, the needle we want, the thread we want, all the things that we want to finish at home. And so, yes, I know it's not as exciting to walk out and be like, here's the pieces of my bag. But I would rather, just like you, Dana, and just like a lot of people, I would rather be happy at the end, at the very end of the class with the work I've done, than to be like, oh, now I have a finished product, bag, quilt, whatever it is, and I don't really like it. It's not really my thing. I'd rather finish at home. Some are possessed. A small wallet on the second shelf of your left, tan in color. That one right there, it's a big wallet. It's not small. Or do you mean this? This is just a Sydney. So that's a Prima Diva over there. Prima Diva and Sammy right next to it. So yeah, so I feel like we're all pretty easygoing. One of my classes in Raleigh, they didn't have machines set up for, I think it was close to an hour. We had to wait, and everybody was super cool about it, and they were totally fine and not upset and just very easygoing about the whole thing. So any other questions before I give you a little preview of Hope? And then I'm probably gonna go early just so that I can keep working and maybe squeeze in a nap because I am really tired. All right. Are you ready? Are you excited? All right. So a week early, I'm going to show you. This pattern is the Hope handbag. It releases next Friday. So next Friday, and I don't do times because I'll always forget. I never tell you what time. Next Friday at some time in the morning, probably before YouTube. So before 11 Eastern, you will be getting the video tutorial, full walkthrough, including piping, hardware chat about templates, and you will be getting the Hope handbag. I'm only going to show you one, mostly because the other ones are hanging up and they're far away, and this is the one that I can reach. So this is Hope. This is my mom. It's not my mom. It was named after my mom. So I'm going to burp. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry. It's just who I am. All class. So this is Hope. This is Hope, the front. There is a big zippered pocket right here. It's big. Like it's all the way over to the other side. It's a nice big pocket. I don't know what you can fit in here. You can fit a lot of stuff. And then on the back, there is another pocket. This is just an open pocket. I didn't put a snap or anything on there. You could, absolutely, but we just have a nice big open pocket. Or if you want to do a zippered pocket on the back, you could do another zippered pocket. That is totally fine. We have on the front, now you might notice that the handles are short. We'll talk about that. On the front, we have the fixed handles right here, and you can use whatever kind of hardware you want up here. I did a double D-ring. This is the one I did in the tutorial. You can do O-rings, rectangle rings, anything that is going to attach your top handle and your fixed handle. You can use whatever hardware you like. Not a triangle ring, I'm trying to see, and not something that requires like a swivel hook. We want something where we can attach our handle to handle. This is not going to work with like our jewels and icicles and strap connectors because we want to keep it simple, especially because of the zippered pocket. So we can put whatever we want for hardware. As for the handles, so for this one, I use the pre-made handles, mostly because I just wanted to get the video done and it was just kind of how I was feeling. I don't typically use them in videos just because it's something that we sell. It's more for you guys than for me. But I wanted to just kind of use them in here. Pre-made handles don't really need a lot of advertising. You know what I mean? You guys know what they are. I don't have to use them in all the patterns. So I did make these, but I used the pre-made for that. So you can see they work really nicely together. In the video, we talk about how this bag is put together with templates and how it's template heavy, but there's a reason for it. And I also talk about the hardware and some of the top stitching. So some of my testers took or gave me some notes on their thoughts, like with top stitching, especially when you're top stitching something to something else. Not this, but when you're adding these two pieces together. And so I took kind of a little bit of what Yvonne did and a little bit of what Cheryl did and a little bit of what everyone else did in their pictures. And I kind of I made some choices. I did something a little bit different than I normally do, and I really like it. So I didn't want to top stitch on top of top stitching. So you see how it's stopped short there? I thought that the anal retentive crazy side of me was going to hate that because the stitches don't go all the way around. And I actually love it. I actually love it more than I thought I would. I thought it was going to drive me crazy and it didn't. So we talk about that in the video. Handles, I did short ones. Sometimes I plan on using the bag and I want to carry it a certain way, but sometimes I plan for my bags and how they're going to hang somewhere, whether it's on my wall or in my booth. So sometimes I do short handles because they display better. You can do this. This would be like an elbow length kind of a handle, but you will have enough cork to make a full over the shoulder kind of a handle. And now I'll show you my favorite part. So, I mean, I have a lot of favorite parts. The piping is one of my favorites. The zipper on the top, we did just like Daisy. So 2 in a row, no recess zippers. But here's my favorite part. And it might not be some of your favorites for one reason, and I'll tell you why. Inside, there's one pocket. I just did one because it's a slip pocket with a zipper. And the reason that some of you might not love this pocket is because it doesn't work very well with cotton. So if you are using cotton in your lining, it's not going to be an appropriate pocket for that. And the main reason is this is a raw edge where the zipper is. So if you wanted to make it from cotton, you would definitely be able to. You'd want to make some changes, make sure that that opening is reinforced, that it's not going to fray, but it's not included in the pattern. What's included in the pattern is how to do this with waterproof or water resistant canvas, something that doesn't necessarily fray easily. So I just wanted to do a different pocket, but you definitely could do whatever you wanted inside. We all know that. We can change up our bag. I want to make one of these, let's say, and I want 2 zippered pockets outside and I want 2 zippered pockets inside. I can do that. I can make whatever choices I want because you guys have the skills now. From the patterns that you read and from, you know, from everything else, you have those skills. So Yvonne, I love that you brought that up. Yes, it is. It is the year of mom bags. And this was an accident. I think I said this when I was live with Kathy a couple weeks ago. It was a total accident. It was not something I planned for. Most of my bag patterns are named after my friends' children and grandchildren, because I have none of them, and unfortunately, deceased pets. I know, it's a weird niche, but here I am. Eric always says, why don't you call it Zoe or Roxy? And I'm like, because they're alive. And it's like my way of, you know, of remembering them. So Sammy Wallet, he is not with us anymore. The Ginger Wallet, she is not with us. Lucy, she's gone. So that's where my names come from most of the time. Little fun story about that. Somebody heard me incorrectly once and thought that I said dead children and pets. And I was like, oh, that's just wrong. That's more morbid than I can even handle. No, I would never say to someone, I'm sorry that your child is not here anymore, but I named a purse after her. No, I'm not that weird. I'm super weird, but that's a whole other level. So whoever heard that wrong, I'm still really sorry about that because I think we're both traumatized by that conversation. So anyway, Daisy, the first pattern for this year, was named after my friend's mom. I remembered her kind of in passing. I don't remember the conversation, but she said something and she said, "Oh, my mom's name was Daisy." And I was like, "Daisy's the cutest name ever. I love Daisy. I want to use Daisy." So I did. So then my mom saw this because this technically started as the mini Harper. It evolved from there. And my mom said, "Oh, is that the Hope bag?" And I was like, "Sure, done." I've been asking her for years if she wants a pattern named after her. My grandmother has one, my sister has one, and my mom said that one. So that's why it's Hope. So the pattern that I'm working on now is also named after somebody's mom. And the pattern that we will do for the New Year's Eve sew along is also named after someone's mom. It just kind of happened, so I just went with it. It is the year of mom bags. Not because they're for moms, because they are named for moms. So first Daisy, now Hope. Could you do the inside pocket in cork? I suppose you could. There's no reason you couldn't. It would be a lot of cork inside your bag, but I feel like we all have a lot of cork. So sure, absolutely, if you want to. And Zena, here's the other thing too. It does look like a divider. It's technically not though. Like when you just look and you're like, oh, it's a divider. It's actually, there's the gusset. It's on the back of the bag. I mean, you could do it on either side, but since I have a zipper pocket on the front, I do that pocket on the back. So like in a roundabout way, it's a divider, but it's also not. It does give you an extra compartment inside and a zippered pocket. So I just thought it was really fun. And it was mostly thought up because as I was working through the bag pattern and realized that it is the most template heavy pattern I have ever done to this day, that I needed a break and I wanted to do something easy inside. And that was an easy but also effective pocket. So let's talk about templates for a minute. Two kinds of templates. Hold on. I have all of my stuff here because I just filmed the tutorial. I'm going to show you because these are in the tutorial and so you'll see all of them. So this bag, it might not look like it needs a lot of templates, but it does, for your sanity and mine. When I first started making it, it was just a little angle on the edge. So I was like, well, I don't need a template for that. That's easy. We just measure and we cut. Then we needed a template for this, for the bottom part, because I wouldn't have you freehand this. So I did that. And I thought, well, that's good. That's a template. And then it also had a zipper overlay and it has like a different zipper overlay. So I said, well, I'll do a little template for that. That'll be easy. And then what I realized is, and this is Eric's fault, 100% Eric's fault. When I made the first bag, all of this, the blue all the way across, was all one color. And this was the accent. It was two colors. That was it. And there is a 2-color option, just FYI, but it was 2 colors. And Eric, with his bright ideas, said, could you make the center a different color so that you could have 3 colors? Sometimes he makes my life harder. It was all for a good cause, but he makes it harder because then I had to recalculate everything and I had to give you even more angles and more weird things to cut. And I said, I can't do it. I can't do that to them. They will hate me for this. So for the first time ever in So Many Creations history, there are full-size templates for literally all the outside pieces minus the handles, and the linings, like those are rectangles, but there are full-size templates. And it was because there was no way that I could accurately tell you how to make a zipper opening and not have you guys hate me. And so, yeah, and there's not even measurements in the pattern. You just cut with a template. I have never done that before. It felt super weird because my patterns are measure and cut, but it was also kind of freeing because I've never done that before. So it was kind of exciting. And all of the testers, none of them had a single word to say about that. There was no negative response of like, ugh, I hated that it was all templates. So I'm excited, but Hope has technically 4 template 1 through 4, but it's actually 5 because there's a left and a right for the front, and there's multiple pieces for a couple of them. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited for all of you guys to see it. I'm excited to see what you do with it. The last thing I want to show you is that after Texas, there will also be a template set. I made myself one. So there will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece template set. This right here, I was really impressed with myself on this one. There is that one because I cut this as one and Eric said, I can't mail that, it's gonna break. So I had to cut it as 2 pieces. So I was very excited. So this will be available after we get back, because if I put it on the website now and a bunch of you order it and Eric comes back from Texas with 100 template orders waiting, he's going to kill me. So we're just going to put it on afterwards and then we'll have templates. So acrylic templates will be coming. You will be getting that as an option. So, all right. I don't know what your yikes was for, Dana. I'm not sure. I hope I answered whatever that was. I don't know. So yes, Shelly, I was going to wait until next week, but yes, I'm officially giving you the okay. You are allowed to go ahead and release your pattern pictures for your tester pictures. I will send out an email. Thank you for reminding me of that. I will email the tester group and tell them that you are allowed to. Yvonne's here too. You are allowed to go ahead and post those. You can let everybody know the pattern will be available next week, and the video tutorial as well, and templates will be available in a few weeks. So yes, you are allowed to do that. So it is a lot of templates, but it just makes sense. It just makes a lot of sense to me. So thank you. Yvonne said the templates were easy to use, so we're good. So I talked for 42 minutes, even though I didn't think I was going to. Kathy's here. Kathy released a new pattern today. Kathy, what's the name of your pattern? Put a link if you want to for the, oh, I forgot what I already talked about, Dana. Kathy, if you want, you can go ahead and put a link for your pattern. Kathy just released a really cool 2-size, it's not a duffel bag. I guess it's a duffel and a crossbody option. She just released it like an hour or so ago. So, so they will be posting the Hope bags. Yes, Zena, you will see some of those. Will I give us the measurement? What measurement? Like the finished size or the pieces? I'm not sure which measurement you are asking for. In the pattern, it does not have a measurement. It is cut with the templates, but I can give you the finished measurement of the bag if that's what you would like. I'm happy to give you that. So Kathy's here and I immediately put her on the spot. It's just what I do. So I am drinking as much caffeine today so I can stay awake and get all of these kits done. The finished size, yes. Let me find my cover. It is 14 inches wide, 10 inches high, and 3 inches deep. So it's a nice size in comparison to Daisy. I'll show you. Here's Daisy and Hope. So there you go. About the same height and depth, and a little wider than Daisy. So not massive, but a nice size purse. If you wanted to scale this down, I will just say, have fun with all your templates. I will not be doing that, but I'm not going to tell you you can't. Caffeine is my best friend most days. Oh, good. Kathy went to go get the link, so she's going to post that for us. Hopefully it goes through. It's weird, but even if it doesn't, Kathy, tell us the name of the pattern again, because I already forgot. No, Nomad. Thank you, Nancy. I knew it, and then my brain said you don't have room for that right now. It is called the Nomad. So will I make it through the day? I don't know. I want to be doing what my dogs are doing right now, which is taking a nap. But I can't. I have too many things to do, and I have to go do them. And then Eric will be home and I will give him jobs to do because I'm a good wife like that. So So, any other questions? I am Kim. Surprisingly I am. I'm ready for Teddy. Tomorrow is our Patreon and YouTube members sew day, and we are making Teddy. It's not a formal class. It's just kind of a hang out and work on the same pattern and show each other what we're doing kind of a day. But yes, I am ready. My pieces, they're right here. They are prepped. They're ready to go. I am using a raspberry rainbow because I've been waiting to use this zipper tape. Technically speaking, other zipper tape worked just as well, if not better, but I already fully decided on this one. So yeah, raspberry rainbow is going to be my zipper. And let me show you, I'll show you a piece. Of course the link won't come through, but it's on your website. Let me grab this. This is my canvas that I ordered. I got this on Etsy. It's Ruby Star Society. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. It's called Ted. It's the collection was called Teddy and the Bears. So like I had to, like I had to make a Teddy tool tote with the teddy bear. I just think they're so cute. They look a little suspicious. Some of them look kind of, you know, like they did something bad, but it's okay. So that's my fabric. I am using grape waterproof canvas as my inside, and I am using raspberry rainbow because it doesn't fully match, but I don't care. It's the color that I already decided on. So that's my Teddy. Do I do waiting lists for the retreats like the October one? Yeah, Charlie, I absolutely can if you want to message me because I'll forget as soon as we log off. But yes, absolutely. Send me a message, however you choose. And Charlie has multiple ways to get a hold of me, as many of you do. So yeah, let me know and I will put you on the waiting list. I think it's so cute. I saw it because I cut up all the canvas and took it to shows and sold all of it. So now I don't have any canvas left to make a bag that requires not using cork. So I went and ordered some on Etsy. And unfortunately for me, the package arrived when Eric was home and he opened it and said, "Did you buy fabric?" And I was like, don't ask questions like that. That's none of your business. Yes, I did. So I bought 3 options and that's the one that I decided on. And I don't know why I bought 3 options. I don't know what I need to do with the rest of it, but I bought canvas for other things. It's just sitting there. I think I thought that I should make another road trip bag. And then I was like, no, I don't need more massive bags to carry around with me to shows. So I don't know. So that's all. I think that's all. I think we're done for today. Next week, you will get Hope. I will show you more samples. I will answer some more questions about it. You'll see the testers. I will send them an email today so that, I'm going to write that down, so that they can email testers, so that they can post their bags. And that's it. That's it. Last call. It's 11:48. I need you to go eat something. I am not selling anything else unless it's already on my website. I'm not selling my canvas. More caffeine is coming. I might go make myself a cup of coffee and get a snack. And chocolate is not even a question, Yvonne. There's always chocolate. All right. I will see you guys. Wish me luck. I need to get a lot of things done and I want to get a nice nap in and get some filming done because I want to get you guys some new videos. I feel like I've been a slacker in the month of July. I feel like June I did a lot. In July I was like, meh. So we're going to get it all done. And I will see some of you very, very soon. The Mario pack. All right. I will see you guys later. Bye. Oh, there we go. Bye.